Hey everyone, welcome back. So, relationships, right? Who isn't constantly trying to figure those out?
It's the ultimate work in progress, isn't it?
It really is. And I actually stumbled on this amazing list, like 5 super actionable tips for building mutual respect. They seem almost too simple. You know what I mean? So I'm dying to get your take on them. Ready to deep dive.
Yeah, let's do it. Simple doesn't have to mean surface level, right? Sometimes those straightforward ideas are the ones packed with like the most potential.
Exactly. Okay, so this first one is all about acknowledging each other's differences. I think so often we go into relationships, even friendships, trying to downplay differences, like they're a bad thing.
Right, right. Like we need to agree on everything to get along. But think about it. Those differences, those are the things that make our relationships interesting. It's about approaching each other with a sense of curiosity instead of judgment.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
Instead of like, oh, you like that? That's weird. It's, oh, you like that? Tell me more.
exactly. When you understand why someone thinks or feels differently from you, it just opens up this whole new level of empathy and connection.
This reminds me of this time my partner and I, we were like convinced we had totally opposite taste in movies.
Uh-huh.
Every movie night was this whole thing. Turned out we were just stuck in a rut, like watching the same old genres. So we made a pact to branch out, and we found all these movies we both loved that we never would have watched otherwise.
There you go. That's a perfect example. Embracing those differences, it can lead to these really cool discoveries and a deeper bond.
It's like uncovering hidden gems, but like relationship gems.
I love that.
Okay, so then the question is, how do we talk about those differences,
Yeah.
right? Like respectfully, constructively.
Well, that leads perfectly into tip number 2, which is
Hit me with it.
listen without interrupting.
Ooh, that one's tough. I am like the queen of interrupting. It's terrible. I get so excited.
We've all been there. But seriously, imagine how much more fulfilling our relationships would be if we all felt truly heard. And that's what active listening is. It's not just about being quiet while someone else is talking.
Right.
It's about making this conscious effort to understand their perspective, their point of view, even if you don't agree with it.
Okay, yeah, that's huge.
Little things like paraphrasing what they said, reflecting their emotions back to them, those go such a long way.
So it's like you're saying,
Mhm.
hey, I see you, I hear you, and what you're saying is important to me.
Yes, exactly. And when you feel validated like that, it builds this foundation of respect, and then it makes it so much easier to navigate those disagreements because, let's be honest, they're gonna happen.
They're going to happen. Which brings us to, what is it, number 3?
Number 3, show appreciation.
Okay. This is key though, right?
Yeah.
Because it's got to be more than just like a throwaway thanks.
Yeah, you got to be genuine about it. You
Right.
got to be specific. Instead of saying, like, thanks for doing the dishes, which, let's be real, nobody wants to hear that.
It's true.
Try something like, it means so much to me that you took care of the dishes. Now we have more time to just chill together.
Okay, that is so much better.
Right.
You went from chore to like love language.
And here's the thing. Expressing gratitude, it doesn't just make the other person feel good. It actually has all these ripple effects. They've done studies on this. Couples who regularly express appreciation for each other are way more likely to, stay together, be
Huh.
happier long term.
Okay, yeah, that totally tracks. Appreciation breeds connection. It's like this positive feedback loop.
Mm.
All right, tip number 4. This one feels really relevant, especially these days.
Yeah, this one's big. Be considerate of boundary.
Yes, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. It's not about building walls.
Exactly. It's not about shutting people out. It's about what are those things that you need to thrive in a relationship.
Right.
Whether it's, hey, I need a little alone time every day to recharge, or maybe it's setting boundaries around social media.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Right. Or even just having different preferences for how you spend your downtime. All of that, you got to be able to communicate that and respect your partner's needs too.
Yeah, it's about being able to say, hey, this is what I need to show up as my best self. And I trust you to respect that, which I think goes back to that whole mutual respect thing.
Totally. It creates this dynamic where both people feel safe and respected and empowered to be themselves.
Love that. Okay, ready for number 5.
It me.
Handle disagreements with maturity.
Ah, yes. The disagreements. Because let's be real,
Your comment.
they're gonna happen. It's not about avoiding them altogether. It's about how you handle them.
Right.
Shift the goal from winning the argument to understanding each other.
Ooh, that's good.
Right. One thing that I find really helpful is using I statements. Instead of saying, you're always interrupting me, which nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, true, true.
Try, I feel unheard when you interrupt me.
Ooh, Okay. Because then it becomes about working together to solve it.
Exactly. It's not blaming, it's here's how this makes me feel.
Yeah.
And then you can find a solution together.
I like that.
And sometimes, honestly, the most mature thing you can do in a disagreement is to take a break.
Walk away.
If things are getting heated,
Yeah.
come back when you've both had a chance to cool down.
Perspective. Okay, that's really good.
This whole list, this has been amazing. So much to think about. So for everyone listening, I want to leave you with this. What resonated with you the most from what we talked about today? What's one small step, maybe even just one little shift that you can make today to put more of that mutual respect, that understanding into your relationships